Hey everyone, welcome to Lonestar Modelworks. Thank you all for following. Kind of my little space on the internet to share my builds and some tips and tricks with you guys. Some things that I've learned along the way, and hopefully they help you out. On the workbench the last couple of nights has been my 12th scale Revell Camaro. It's kind of my holy grail build, if you will. It's been about 10 years in the works. Second time this thing's been painted sunset orange metallic. The first time I had some issues, and it's been a couple of different colors along the way. This is kind of my, if I were to build it in real life, build. Thankfully now we have 3D printed parts. It really kind of helped this thing move along. What I wanted to kind of go over and talk about tonight was polishing. See a lot of discussion on the forums, on Facebook groups about how to polish, what to use, that sort of stuff. I kind of look at it as, well, we use automotive finishes for the most part, so why not just use automotive materials to level out the paint and polish it. Same stuff you can get down at Walmart, your local parts store, that sort of thing. You get to buy in bigger quantities, bigger bottles for just about the same kind of money if you're buying products specifically marketed to scale builders. So I start off with, of course, base coat, and then I follow up with 2-part automotive clear. I use Advantage 545. I get it from the local paint shop. It's marketed to production facilities, body shops that do a lot of production work. You can usually polish it in about 48 hours. You can see here that I've got a pretty decent shine on it in most places. Most of this is straight out of the airbrush. This is round number 2. The first coat came out of a mini HVLP gun, which is okay for the bigger cars. Your smaller cars usually sprays too much clear for it to give you a good finish. Looks almost toy-like, just caked on clear and overdone. Being the first time that I shot with it, I had some texture in it, so I knocked everything down with some 1000 grit paper. You can see I use 3M. Get it down at Walmart. You buy it in narrow sheets like this. You probably get it from body shops or paint stores as well in bigger sheets. Maybe save a little money that way. 1000 grit, 2000 grit for polishing. So leveled it out with 1000 grit paper. And then went back at it again. This time I used my airbrush. It's an Iwata. Shooting the 2-part clear. Mixed straight, 4 parts clear, 1 part hardener. No reducer. Sprays pretty well, 15 to 20 psi. You can see this is the finish that I got. And there's some trash in it, you know. It's never perfect. We don't spray in a spray booth. If you're lucky enough to, kudos. You probably get a much better initial product than I'm getting here. There's some trash in it. There's some sags and runs here and there. But that's what the sandpaper's for. We sand them out and polish them up. So the second coat of clear, I let it cure for a couple of days. And then I went at it with 2000 grit paper. Again, 3M. Leveled it out. What you're looking for is a nice haze over everything, a consistent haze. Get rid of the shiny spots. Basically tells you that everything's flat and level. If it's flat and level, you're not going to get a lot of reflections, and your images are going to be nice and crisp and clear. You can see me here in the camera. Nice outline. Everything's well defined. There's not a haze or a fog around anything. So the 2000 grit paper, and then I follow up with Meguiar's Ultimate Compound and Scratch X 2.0. Both have their intended uses. One's a little more coarse than the other. The compound's a little more coarse than the Scratch X. Start with the compound and then work with the Scratch X. Work your scratches out. Use different kinds of light. If you're doing builds for shows and contests, be mindful of what kind of light they may have at the contest. That can definitely have an effect. I've been to a few of them where I've polished it out, looks real smooth at home, and then we get under the different light of the venue, and you can see all kinds of micro scratches and things. So, got it nice and smooth. There's still some scratches in here. There's a couple of pits. It's not perfect. We find a happy medium, right? Something that we can live with, something that we're proud to show everybody. Once that's done, I followed up with Colonite 915. I got this from autogeek.com. It's kind of expensive for wax. I didn't buy it specifically for my model cars. It's what I use on my daily driver in my wife's car. Gives a nice good shine, a good luster. Helps deepen up that shine. and helps maybe fill some of the minor scratches that may be left. As far as cloths, I stay away from terry cloth. It tends to be a little bit coarse, tends to hold some dirt and stuff in it that can potentially scratch your finish. I use microfiber. Walmart, you can now get these little edgeless microfiber. You can see this is an old one here. It's got a bound edge on it, and these are just cut. They may throw a little bit of fur off at you every now and again from where it's breaking loose. You can see right there. But it's worth it. These edges here can scratch your paint. I get a pair of them for $1. They're cheap. So use them up, throw them away, buy you a couple more. As you can see, everything's nice and clear. I'll show you here in the light. You can almost read my paint bottles over there. Means we got a good flat finish, got a nice shine to it. That's what we're looking for. Something that, there you go. You see the flake in that paint right there. It's real nice. Hopefully you guys took a little bit from this. Maybe it'll help you out in your polishing and your finishing skills. Maybe help you produce a little better model. Everybody have a great evening.